Putin's hypersonic missiles can destroy all European capitals, eluding the shields. Moscow, there is a very bad, worrying climate that turns the clock of history back to the Cuban Missile Crisis. In 1962, when a serious political and diplomatic tension between the United States of America and the Soviet Union, the latter deployed ballistic missiles on Cuban territory and the world trembled. The episode, which took place during the Kennedy presidency, was one of the most critical moments of the Cold War and brought humanity dangerously close to a nuclear conflict that fortunately did not take place. In recent days, the Kremlin has warned the West that it will return to deploying short and medium-range missiles, so no more limits on the position of weapons of this kind aimed at Europe. Moscow no longer considers itself bound by the moratorium treaty signed in 1987 with the United States. It seems to be the response to the approach of 2 nuclear submarines wanted by Trump, but also to the possible de facto deployment of US-made medium and short-range land-based missiles in Europe and the Asia-Pacific region. Putin threatens to set up Oreshnik rocket launch platforms in Belarus. These are medium-range hypersonic missiles capable of reaching a speed of 3.6 kilometers per second, capable, according to experts, of hitting European targets, including all capitals, without the risk of being intercepted and therefore neutralized by current anti-missile systems. The facilities necessary for the launch are being set up in Belarus and should be ready by the end of the year. In reality, the Russians already have usable rockets. The first series of these new carriers has been produced for a couple of years now in war companies. Russia has also already used this deadly weapon for the first time in November 2024, during the war in Ukraine against an electromechanical and military site in Dnipro. He is already on duty with the troops, the Kremlin chief said in Valum, northwestern Russia, speaking on public television. The Oreshniks are missiles with an uncommon speed, 12,000 kilometers per hour, which is also why they're difficult to hit with the ground-to-air shield. The Oreshnik, experts explain, is a medium-range ballistic missile IRBM derived from the RS-25 Rubezh Intercontinental Model ICBM. If this missile were equipped with independent nuclear warheads, each of them could have a capacity of 0.3 megatons or 300 kilotons. They would open like an umbrella in the last phase before falling towards the target. The bomb that hit Hiroshima was equal to 16 kilotons, so they could devastate entire cities and a large area around them. And it would be a catastrophe. It is a weapon capable of hitting practically any point in Europe, from Berlin, London, Rome, Madrid, or the capitals of the Nordic countries, since they have a range ranging from 310 to 3,400 miles, equal to about 5,500 kilometers. Crazy. They also possess a transport capacity equal to 6 nuclear or conventional warheads equipped with 6 submunitions. Just to give an example, the Oreshnik could hit NATO headquarters in Brussels in just 17 minutes. Obviously, the United States, but not Europe, also possess weapons of equal power. If World War III broke out with these weapons scattered around the planet, the world would be able to destroy itself, regardless of who made the first move.